Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Educational Wednesday. This week, we're going to talk about dimensions and metrics. Somebody sent us a message asking what's the difference between a dimension and a metric and how they can tell the difference. So we'll go over it today. My name is Ron Sherbert. I'm with Marketing for Higher Education, where we help colleges, universities, and private high schools increase their enrollments and reduce their marketing costs by teaching them how to measure their marketing. Before we get started, we're going to go over the framework because to know what you need to have a plan on what you're going to measure before you can measure it. If you don't know what you're going to measure, how you're going to measure it. And everybody starts off here marketing the blind, and everybody wants to get here where they can reliably predict their results. The framework has 4 steps. The first one is the plan. It's questions, information, and action. What questions do you want to answer? What information do you need to answer those questions? And most importantly, what action will you take to help your marketing once you have those answers? Next is where you measure the traffic, the who, the what, and the why. Who's sending you traffic? What type of traffic are they sending you? Why are they sending you that traffic? And what results are you getting from your questions? Then forecast. Remember, you always want to measure against a forecast. You don't want to measure against something that already happened. You want to predict what's going to happen, and you want to see if you made it or if you didn't make it. Why did you make it or why didn't you make it? That is so important. And then last but least is the optimize, where everybody wants to be. Meet your prospective students' expectations and you will optimize your results. So let's jump right into it. First, what is a dimension? Pretty simple. It's a qualitative attribute or descriptor. It's basically who and what are you going to measure, right? So it answers who and what questions. Example, what source is bringing you the most traffic? What medium did you get the most leads from? What date or what day last month did we have the most visitors? Those are the type of questions it asks, the what and who questions. Who is sending us the most traffic, right? So it answers the what and who questions. Now, what is a metric? A metric is a quantitative measurement that represents data in the form of numbers. And remember that it will always be a number because think math. If you can do math with it, it will be a metric. Okay. Can it be added up? Can it be averaged? Can you minus, right? Those things, any mathematical operation will be a metric. So it answers the how questions. How much? How many? How many visitors did we get last month? How many visitors did we get last week? How many visitors did we get yesterday? How much tuition revenue did that last campaign generate? Those are the types of questions it asks. It asks the how questions. So now let's recap. Dimensions, the who and what questions. It's the who and the what you want to measure. Metrics, how questions. How much, how many of what and who you want to measure. So that's going to wrap up this week's Educational Wednesday. If you like this, you can subscribe at mhe.tips/subscribe, or you can go to Marketing for Higher Education/subscribe. And let me repeat that. You can go to marketingforhighereducation.com/subscribe. And if you have any suggestions like this one or any others that you want answered, just reach out to us and let us know, and we'll definitely do a topic on it. And if you have any questions about your measurement, how you want to do something or get an answer to something, or you're just stuck on something, or you just want to ask us a question, you can reach out to us. The best way to reach out to us is ron@marketingforhighereducation.com, and either myself or a team member will get back to you. And that wraps up this week's Educational Wednesday. Dimension and metrics. What are the difference between dimensions and metrics? We'll see you next week.